Right. Listen to those noises. Goopy noises. Okay, first of all, how's getting attacked? There's not many enemies here. I don't know. Although, do enemies exist in places other than bases on Gleba? I have no idea. Okay, so... sorry, we gotta warm up the brain. The engine's cold right now. So thing number one... Basically, I need both of these to be running constantly. And I don't think 3 Yumako seeds is enough. And I am going to keep saying Yumako, even though it may be Yumiko. Because Yumako sounds more... I don't know, slightly more Japanese, which it kind of sounds like a Japanese word. I don't know. So I want to make landfill. Okay, so eventually this is all gonna spoil and then it'll turn back into nutrients. So this needs to be some sort of nutrient reader. Basically, all the spoilage will go in here. Spoilage. And then the bots will put spoilage in there, and this will only run if this belt... Is it all just one belt segment? It is, okay. Nutrients is less than 50. And this is going to be a read a whole belt. Okay. So that means if we basically don't have any nutrients, we're going to start running this nutrient maker from spoilage. Now, currently we don't have any ways to officially make spoilage, but that's a different problem. Yamato. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, Aylor. I mean, we're all thinking it. The Yamato cannon from StarCraft is the obvious relation there. Gleba-dabba-doo. What's up, Dave? What is up? I'm just slowly wrapping my mind around any of this. Forgot to feed that with nutrients. Oops. Did not mean to put calcite in that. Oh, we don't have uncommon jelly nut seeds on the list yet. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so what we need... is nothing. I think this is actually all working. Weirdly enough. Technically, we don't even want this thing to run, so we should have this inserter limited by the same condition. Otherwise, it'll just all be spoilage by the time we need it anyway. Spoilage. It just took many redesigns and hatching eggs. Yeah, that is the risk, isn't it? Okay. Okay. First check, is the YouTube chat working? Is the Twitch chat working? They're both working. Hooray! Alright, let me do that. Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to our Factorio Space Age goodness. We're confused as heck on Gleba, and I love it so far. As weird as it is, I am really enjoying the chaos. I kind of have no idea what I'm doing. But we worked on a couple things since the last time. I got the processing doodads turned into bio chambers. There's a fly in here, so I might clap a few times trying to get it. Or like a gnat. It wants the Yumako mash, is what it's here for. So anyway, I turned these into bio chambers because otherwise the seeds are net neutral. So you only get a 2% chance at a seed, and each seed ends up producing 50 Yumako, right? And so that's exactly, on average, one seed back. But by having the extra 50% productivity, we're going to get, on average, 1.5 seeds. So slowly we will build up a supply of seeds, which eventually we'll have too many of, but that's tomorrow's problem, not today's problem. It's going to be a long time before we have too many seeds. So the next priority is 3 of these trees is not enough. Oh, that's where all the extra... Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, we should have some extra seeds by now. And here we are. We have 17. But we only have 3 plots, and I need more than 3 plots here. So, yeah, 50 Yumako yields 1 seed and 100 mash. Okay, so then anyway, what I'm trying to say is we need this wetland to be turned into artificial Yumako soil. So I want to start making this, which requires landfill, nutrients, and Yumako seeds. We already have the nutrient loop going. It's just not running constantly due to what we already talked about. And then what I think I want here is to output priority right, and all the extra mash just gets burned. Basically everything that's extra gets burned. So all the extra mash gets burned, the jelly's getting burned. Now it's still possible... I don't think this will back up once I do it this way. Ah, frick. I ran out of nutrients again. Okay, so spoilage goes in here. I guess we should have... I actually want spoilage... I need to move my power, to be honest. This is not a very good spot for it. Can't use uncommon spoilage. Do I have a single Yumako mash? Oh no. Oh no, it all broke. It all broke again. And all I have is uncommon spoilage. Okay, let me just do this. Surely there's some spoilage in here, right? Yeah. So then we need to throw that in here. And then that should get some stuff running again. Oh, it uses so much spoilage is the problem. And all the wrong things are getting spoilage or nutrients first. Oh, thank God. Okay. That'll jumpstart it again. Yeah, so you got less stressed out by Gleba when you realized everything that spoils is totally renewable. Right. I mean, this is pretty chill because it's all about steady state. So rather than designing, it's just different because you have to keep the steady states running and all the extra stuff gets ditched like this. Because it's all going to turn to spoilage anyway. So it is a very different design. And this is not a final design by any means. I just want to get stuff running. I'm certainly going to make my final designs different. So now what I really want is to make, yeah, these other types of soils. And so we've got landfill here. And I need nutrients to flow past at some point. I don't even know how to do this. For now, I'm just going to manually grab some seeds. We shouldn't have to worry about that too much. There's a very low chance we fail. Because this is an extra 50% productivity. So to fail on a seed, I'd have to roll 75 times. So it's 0.98 to the power of 75. You've got a 22% chance to fail on each individual thing. But you have, therefore, a 78% chance to succeed, and some of those successes net you 2 seeds or even 3 seeds. So as long as you're not leaving it down to like 1 tree, you're probably fine. We could even add prod modules, that's true. In fact, we might want to slow it down. Though weirdly, slowing it down doesn't help that much because it's all gonna spoil anyway. This is such a weird concept and I love it. But we are gonna need more heating towers to burn stuff up. Might need to put one over here to trash things on this side of the base, so it's a little easier. Rather than trying to route all the items to here, we can just burn them in different places, because then we're only having to route water around. Such interesting concepts. Like this one is going to put nutrients over here for these buildings, but the problem is that's going to... Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should just go like this. But then those nutrients are going to spoil. So we basically need to just dump that into a provider chest. And now we have to read that belt. And then maybe I disable this one. Only if I have more than 70 nutrients on the main belt, will I allow that to flow? And then spoilage here. Well, we'll just turn all this over to the trash zone. Wait, that's not the trash zone. Sorry. This is the trash zone. The raw fruits spoil pretty slowly. Yeah, what is their spoil time? Oh, it is an hour. Abouts. Thereabouts. Okay, so now these need seeds. Which I have some of these. It needs 2 seeds for 10 soil. Interesting. Okay. So there's some Yumako soil. What's up, car accident? Okay, and this is telling us that these are the areas. Oh, that's handy. Okay, I like that. And now we can plant some more Yumako trees. There we go. So 3 was almost enough to keep the loop going. I think 4 or 5 would have been enough, and now we have 7. So that should be plenty to keep the nutrient loop going. Now, nutrients can't be burned? I did not know that. Kind of ironic, actually. So this needs to have a filter to the right for nutrientos. And then that can be spoilage. Oh my. What chaotic messes do we create in this game? Such a joy. They have a yum value rather than a fuel value. Exactly. They are tasty. Oh, they literally have a yummy value. You're not kidding. What game are we playing? I can have legendary nutrients with a yummy value of 2 megajoules. Oh, this is ridiculous, and I love it. I love every little bit of it. We are gonna run out of nutrients so quick here. Please, please hurry up and grow. The problem is all 3 of these are like on the same cycle. I wonder, it would almost be handy if you could tell this to like take a chill pill. I'm sure you could set it up with a combinator timer to like plant 1 tree and then wait 20 seconds and then plant another tree. Rather than plant, because then it's going to go harvest, harvest, harvest. And since we're looking at steady state, we don't want it to do that. Now I could slow down the inserter's output, override the stack size here, go down to like 4, and then it will outsert slower, which might slow down the collection depending on... Yeah, it's only got 2 output slots, so we might be okay with that. And then this should also be accumulating seeds. Yeah, so let's grab some jelly nut seeds. Those go in there. Those nutrients are almost dead anyway. And then that's going to amount in a lot of spoilage, which I'm okay just outputting into these. And then we can have a filter inserter into an active for a spoilage trasher. So we can do that on those. Get rid of any spoilage that ends up happening inside the building. Oh, interesting. I didn't expect to be able to productivity this. It's weird because it's like landfill. But here we are. I don't really know if productivitying that is that worthwhile, but why not? And unfortunately, we're about to run out of yum nutrients. Oh, here they come. Are we gonna be too late? It's like just barely gonna make it, maybe. We've got some mash. Please, please, please. Yes, okay. Just enough to restart the cycle before this all turns to spoilage. If it's running constantly, will this spoil? Or will the new nutrients being added in pump up the remaining time? Remaining time is 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, and then it just added more. It's so interesting. Wow, this is crazy. Hey, thanks for the follow, Danger. Okay, so this is all looping properly now, I think. So now it's a matter of seed collection, which I guess having the productivity modules does help with that quite a bit, because it's already net neutral on seed production at productivity of 0. So having 74% productivity is actually about 50% more created seeds than plus 50% productivity. Hey, thanks for the sub, Danger Rajout. New spin-off series announced, Yumako Mash. Exactly. This is cool. I'm digging Gleba so far. As far as the eggs, we seem to have screwed up. Wait, why did these not hatch into... Oh, I see the problem. This needs to filter eggs only. And we need a separate whitelist. Here, let me just paste what we already have. We need a spoilage getter. That's what happened. And then spoilage ended up on the belt where it shouldn't have been. Okay. Alright, so our pentapod eggs are going to be cycling properly here. Why not do some productivity? Ooh, that uses more yummy nutrients. Interesting. I wonder which... Is this considering the fuel consumption in the crafting window? I don't think it is. So those are 2 megajoules, so that's 0.25 a second, but it's using 4 per second for the crafting. So if I do this, it slows it down to 2.4 a second. So I'm saving 1.6 nutrients a second, but I'm consuming now 0.75 a second for nutrients, fueling it, which is still a lot less total. Basically, I just wanted to slow this down so it's not using so many nutrients, but it will keep functioning. This will produce eggs consistently, assuming I have nutrients, which I should be getting nutrients consistently, assuming this belt is pretty full. It's so crazy. Now, can you burn Yumakos? I assume you can, right? Yeah. So let's get another heating tower. Okay. There's so many thoughts. Exchanger, turbines. And where is the heating tower? Down here. And then we'll start to think about iron and copper in this episode and actually producing those things. Because that's going to be, you know, a little necessary. I don't want to have to import everything, though I could. At this point, my Vulcanist base is rich enough that I could certainly just import everything if I wanted to. This is just such a weird world we now live in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway, heat tower. Let's put one over here. Do that. I'll probably organize this such that they are all centrally located at some point. Turbo belts are also nice, going to Vulcanist before Gleba, because they literally are faster. Forget that they even do 60 items a second. Even if they only did 30 items a second, it's just the fact that the items go from point A to point B in a smaller amount of time turbo belts are going to, I don't know about drastically, but they're certainly going to increase your overall so yeah, well, output priority right. They're just going to increase your overall spoilage freshness, or I should say decrease your spoilage overall. And increase freshness is maybe a better way to phrase it. So I don't really know the timing on this. That might be too many Yumakos. Like if the Yumako's back up all the way to here, we might end up, you know, the lag time to process that many might be too much. It might be not enough. I'm not sure. Yeah, also it's nice to go straight from red to green belts because it doubles again. SMO. Like Mintos. The Fresh Maker. Okay, so that'll run that. Oh, I guess we need some water, don't we? Okay, where's the nearest water? Over here? Alright. So that'll get rid of extra Yumako. Now the real question is this running fast enough? 4 Yumako a second nets us about 6 nutrients a second, which seems to be enough. Even more than that because of productivity. Right. Forgot about productivity. And why don't I have 2 output inserters? That will just help things stay more consistently filled up here. And this is grabbing all the extra spoilage. Good. Now, if you trash unrequested, will it trash once we go past 1,000? I actually don't know how this new feature works. Gleba starts to grow on you. Yeah, so that's the thing, Dave. I like Gleba as a figuring it out challenge. I am curious to see though, because obviously, like, you can't just scale it. You can't just copy paste things and do tileable builds and it all just works on Gleba. And I do think that can be kind of negative because you can't just put stuff on trains, you know, and just have whatever. Like, all of the things that work everywhere else in Factorio don't work on Gleba. I think in one way that's cool, in another way it could be annoying to try to make a mega base out of it. It's almost like you need these self-contained builds that all go from start to finish in the same amount of time, and I don't even know how the... Because you can't just make any resource anywhere. You have to be in the right biome, I think. So that can be kind of annoying. Yesterday, you had to just get up and walk away, Matt. So what we're doing here is we're saying we only give these guys nutrients if we have enough. Okay. So let me grab some more seeds then. They should have plenty here. So we'll keep making some Yumako soil. And we've got some more jelly nut soil too, which we can grow over here. Get some more jelly nut trees. Which I'm really just using for fuel. I still seem to be okay on fuel. I should probably put an alarm on this as a little just-in-case measure. Yeah, I actually don't know if pentapods expand. We could do map view. Debug mode. Show expansion. Candidate chunks. It seems like they can expand based on this. But I guess that still doesn't technically prove that they can expand. They, like... I don't know exactly what that means. So that still could mean they don't expand. They just have expansion candidates, but don't actually use them. I don't know. Plenty of landfill. So here's more Yumako soil. Nice. Okay, so that's a lot of you. Wait, why are those not back? Why are these not highlighted in green? Because they're highlighted in yellow here in the little agriculture tower. So why can't... Like, why is there not, like, a green box there? Oh, is that because this tile isn't... Oh, it's Olive Blubber 2. It's not Yumako Wetland. I see. But shouldn't this not be a yellow tile, then? Shouldn't that be a red tile, like this one is? That feels weird. Oh, I need something called overgrowth Yumako soil. There's 2 tiers of soil. So once we go a little further and we get biter eggs... Oh man, I need biter eggs? Like from Nauvis? Placeable anywhere in the green biome. I see. Okay. They should have different colors for that. There should be a yellow color that works, and then maybe just a dark blue or something, or I don't know. Because not all yellows are created equal, basically, is what this is saying. Anyway, that should be enough trees for now. Keep things running. And this is even sending some extra stuff to our heating tower. Okay, I never made the alarm. So what's the heat actually output as? Did not show me. Connect it to this. Oh, read temperature. There we go. T less than, I don't know, if we fall under 750, probably make a global alert. Complain in some form or fashion. And then this is making 3 eggs from every 1 egg, accounting for productivity. Or no, is that not how that works? No. When the productivity triggers, it only makes 1 more egg, I think. Yeah. So it's actually making 1.5 eggs. Or 2.5 eggs for every 1 egg, basically. Oh yeah, there's a lot of comments. Let's see. Is there a way to make the soil fertile? Yeah, I mean, Matt answered that. Marty, you just learned that the science spoils? Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we've got a loop here. It's very satisfying. I will say Gleba is satisfying once things are running. I think we've handled all the basics here. So the only thing now... is basically to get more of the seeds to make more of the types of soil. Yeah, how many jelly nut seeds do we have? We still don't have a ton of jelly nut seeds. This is not exactly the best jelly nut area. It's up here. This is going to be better. So we should probably do another jelly nut farm. You know what would be real clutch is if it told you how many of those tiles were green without you having to manually count them. That would be pretty clutch. Like, is that more or less than this? I feel like this is about as good as we're gonna do. Now, are bots faster than belts? Should I be resigning the seed delivery? Whoa. Should I be doing seed deliveries via bot? Yeah, a 1 hour timer on science is not pretty high. We did notice that it's 1 hour. Now, that could be a good argument for actually making only uncommon and higher, is just to give your spoilage timer a bit more. Like, normally productivity is better than quality when it comes to science, but in this particular case, I'm enjoying breaking these boom puffs. In this particular case, it might actually be better to do quality science. Interesting. Okay, so do I want to do a belt for this, or do I want to do something else? I think a belt is fine. It's a lot of belts, but whatever. It's not that crazy. I've seen crazier. We will need the Derpamoo to go get more belts at some point, though. So why don't we just drop a bunch of stuff? I am going to want calcite for making iron and copper and stuff. And did I deliver the foundries? I think. Make sure we got a bunch of stuff here. Alright. That should be good. And now we'll go back to Vulcanus to pick up all that stuff again. Alright. So that's the seeds. And then we need fruits. Jelly fruits. Fruits of our jellies. Something like this. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll need to jump start it with some seeds here. And I'm out of landfill, I think. Because I don't even think I have that requested. You do seeds via bots. Throughput is low and distance is long. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. So I might switch that over. And then it's easier to keep track on how many we have. That's a really long belt to buffer the seeds on. And I already have bots, so let's just get that going. At first I was worried about the power consumption and stuff, but we're okay on power now. Once we got the jelly nut burning happening. This is not as big of an area as it feels like. Now, why is this not getting built? Any ideas? Any ideas? Why don't I have landfill? Ah, because that's not a provider chest. There we go. And I don't think I actually put construction bots in the network. Also a problem. Yeah, I did see that wood was on the belt. Was it this one? Where did it go? Oh, it hasn't been connected yet. That's why. Yeah, right here. Oh. That belt's going the wrong direction. So that's fun. There we go. Okay, so there's plenty of jelly nut. And I am just going to ditch this belt now that we built it. Wait, you can right-click with decon planners? Now that's odd. What does that do differently? Huh. You can do both. That is strange. Okay, you can't shift click. Jelly nut seeds 10. That sounds perfect. Alright. Jelly nut is going. We do need some form of let's see. Output priority right. Output priority left. These go to get burned. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Now, I probably should be distributing this heat over more than just one doodad. I guess we need 4 heat exchangers for just one heating tower to potentially use all the power, so... Alright. Now, how do we deal with iron and copper is the real question. Ooh. There was a behemoth spitter. That explains probably the damage here. And let's slowly work on the next laser damage, just because that will continue to make our novice defenses even more effective. Though at this point, it's going to attract a lot of biters to do all that research, when I probably am just starting to see the pollution cloud shrink. Yeah, so biters aren't really attacking anymore. But by doing this research, we're gonna make a pollution cloud again. Oh well. Okay, this seems to be running steadily. I'm happy with that. This needs to be a biter chest. what happened to all the Yumako seeds? Why are there only that many planted? Oh, okay, there we go. Now the danger is if this... can you disable this harvesting? Turn entity on. Okay, good. Basically, we only want to harvest... I wish you could enable or disable harvesting versus planting. Like, I want planting to be on always, and then I want it to only harvest sometimes. Basically, when this belt is full, which is going to be 4 per tile, and we've got 93 tiles. 93 times 4. Basically 3, just call it 300. So this is a way to do it. That might actually make it so we don't even need this other belt. I hadn't thought about this possibility. Okay, so it's gonna plant all the seeds. Now it should do a harvest or 2. You know what I need to do is read the contents. But the problem is it doesn't read its own contents. Like, if I read the contents, it's not going to add its own Yumako to the number that it sees on the belt. So I'd actually need to use a combinator for that, weirdly enough. Because in this case, I do want it to see its own contents for this number. Because I kind of want the number that it has plus the belt to be less than a certain amount. But it should be okay. It's only going to harvest up to 100 extras at a time. So this will still be pretty close. It'll wait until we have less than 300 on the belt. Then it will do a harvest. Okay. Although it plants first and then harvests, but this is fine. So that way we're not wasting tons and tons of Yumiko. I had thought initially that's not going to be a problem, but wasting the Yumiko little plants means you're actually potentially going to lose out on seeds. So this is potentially necessary in some form or fashion. It's so weird that using a belt is actually optimal because it keeps the freshest things in the front. It's so weird. Also, this feels very bad for performance. Like, the game tracking individual spoilage on this many items, I just struggle to see the game running as well as we're used to it running. Oh. We actually can't keep up with all the jelly nut burning here. Interesting. Okay, so... basically, I need to read this belt. This belt, these belts, and these belts. And then enabled if jelly nut. I mean, we can, Matt. We would just need more bioprocessing. So for now, we're just limiting it in such a way that we then don't have to worry about whether we can process all of it fast enough or not. What am I doing? I want jelly nut itself. Let's say 400. No, I guess it actually needs to be like 100. And then We need the same thing over here. Oh, but this is not going to have the same signal. So we need to connect this along the power lines. You know, now that I think about it, I could have used a radar, but kind of forgot that was a thing until just now. So then I'll paste, copy that setting, paste the setting over here. There we go. So that should keep the jelly nuts from going nuts. Luck, we're gonna be okay. So interesting. So interesting. Alright, so iron. How do we deal with iron? I just want to make sure this is working properly. It all still seems to be working properly. Still got biter eggs or pentapod eggs going. Now, bacteria. How do you bacterias work? So that's here. Copper bacteria. Comes from Yamako mash. And then you can cultivate that with bioflux. Is that better? Bioflux. How do we make bioflux? Bioflux is just mash and jelly. Quality puns. There are so many puns. I go around here. I don't even know what I said. Did I say a pun on accident? Because I don't think I meant to. I usually make it overly clear when I make bad puns. So wait, where's the actual recipe for the ore? Is it this one? Oh, I can also make nutrients from bioflux instead of from... Oh my god. So I really should be doing something else with the jelly here. Should be... We'll prioritize left. And we'll prioritize right. Okay, so this is prioritized. Yeah, I know. We're gonna blow it. Boom puff, boom puff. Okay, so here's bioflux making. Oh, I need more of these biochambers. You need nutrients. You need spoilage. Spoilage. Okay, so this has... Oh, good, it does work. Okay, cool. So it actually trashes extra spoilage that goes past 1,000. That's cool. Okay, that's what we wanted. So spoilage... How do I have 1,600 spoilage in here? That's worrisome. I guess it's just extra spoilage that ends up here. Yeah. Yeah, I need a system... I basically need two options here rather than one. I need one that just basically sends it to go get burned if we already have enough spoilage in the network. But these are all going to turn to spoilage here in a minute. But first, let me put spoilage in a requester chest. We don't have to worry about this, thankfully. Because it's just going to stay spoilage. So that's fine. So we'll make a bunch of those guys. And biochambers. Biochambers are weird. For now, I'm just gonna manually bring over pentapod eggs because otherwise we're gonna get into trouble here. At some point, we could have a way to automate that. Maybe automate them over here by the actual pentapod eggs. For now, I'll just manually feed it. That should be fine. I only have enough to make like 6 more. Like that. And yeah. Okay. How are the seeds looking over here? Oh, good. We got all sorts of cultivation happening. Was it the jelly? I don't know. We're about to look at the iron and copper recipes here in a minute. But basically I want to do the bacterial. It's this one. Yeah, you get 4 spoilage from the iron bacteria one. So I want to do this biofilms. I really wish splitters could have a way to split off things of a certain spoiled level. That could be really handy. It's not fast enough. We might not need that one anymore, but in case we do, we'll wrap it around and merge it, and then we'll just go past this. And I'll add a second one. Just to make sure we can really burn up the whole pile of resources we want to get rid of. I know that this is way more heat than the boilers we have will support, but that's fine. This is called lava. This is lava, is what this is. Hey, look, we made spoilage. Bioflux only. Oh wait, never mind. Where's my Yumako mash? Are we not making it fast enough? Yeah, I guess we're consuming most of it to make nutrients. Okay, there's Bioflux. And we should use the Bioflux to make nutrients rather than Yumako mash. Because that's only 1.5 per, and that's 8 nutrients per Bioflux. So we'll run the Bioflux down here and over. Also, can we just talk about how nice green belts are? It feels like modded. It feels like modded belts. Look at that distance. Delicious. So we'll have a little buffer here of bioflux to make nutrients. Output priority left. And then go back. The spaghetti's real. Oh, isn't the spaghetti real? Yeah, Matt, having just even something simple, like you said, like less than 50%, just to be able to like filter off the stuff that's closer to spoiling in some fashion. Because right now, all you can do to handle that is put it all in a chest and then do spoiled priority. But even that's still not a form of filtering, it's a form of prioritizing, which is different. Right? Because it'll still, like, what you might want is an inserter that only takes out things if they are 20% or more, or 20% or less close to spoiling. And there's no way to do that. Even if you do freshest first or spoiled first, it's still potentially going to take things that are more or less spoiled than 20%. So that it's interesting that there's no easy way to just do that. Okay, so this should work. We definitely are a little low on the Yumako mash. .17 a second, 8.35 a second. Why is that so much faster? Belly Nut gives 4. Yumako gives 2. Well, that's why. That explains it. I could use a beacon here. This is a place where speed is fine. Whoa, 14.6 a second? I don't need that much. What do we got? More tips? Agricultural science pack gives less value the more it's spoiled. Well, that's not... Okay, we knew that. Alright, so... Bioflux is now happening, yes? I guess we need to do something like this. And that'll be a little better. So that'll keep the bioflux flowing. And then that makes 2 bioflux a second. This can use way more than 2 a second, so we should put prod in here, because this is just fast AF. We also need a spoilage, get rid of her. Yeah, who needs a second biolab? Yeah, do you mean biochamber? Or... I don't actually know what you were saying. Okay, so now we've got bioflux. That's another thing checked off the list. I still have no idea how we actually make iron ore from this. What's the actual recipe? Oh, you just let it spoil. Oh, I didn't actually look at what this spoils into. Iron bacteria just spoils into iron. That was probably in the FFF and I just forgot. Okay. All right, gotta stay hydrated on Gleba. Okay, so then we need a loop of iron bacteria and bioflux to make more iron bacteria. So let's set that up. Oh my goodness. Wait, how did I only get 4 more out of that? Oh, there's the other one. So apparently I have 2 output chests. Okay, so let's imagine... So our bioflux. Let's see. No, this one. So bacteria in plus bioflux equals bacteria out. Okay. So this is one where I'll probably have to move all this solar. This is one where I do think I want some beaconage and some prod. Spoiler warning. There's lots of spoiler warnings happening here. Alright, so we can pretty simply loop around the bacteria, meet with bioflux, come around the back, bioflux itself. Okay, hold on. We'll think about this in a second. So bacteria spoils real fast, so we don't want to buffer too much of it. Most of it we want to go a different direction to spoil happily, to turn into copper. So then we want this to go, maybe we'll filter even right here. So I'll put priorities left to get enough to keep feeding these, but the rest moves on to go get spoiled on purpose with the iron. And then the bioflux, which sounds like a fake thing, but it's not. Come over here. And split. Output priority left. Something like this. Copy this. Maybe make some room here. And put this down here. Items on belts move fast. We should be okay, I think. We'll see. Okay, so bioflux comes down. Probably copy all that. Okay, so ah! Oh. Oh. Oh, I bet you guys were waiting for that. I don't know where. I guess I had them in my inventory. Oh, wow. My heart. Ooh. Wow, that gets ya. Man, didn't plan on that, but that was good. That was good timing. This is the Gleba experience. Oh my gosh. Wow, I don't have any more, do I? Egg. No, okay. Because I remember now, I took some out because I didn't want them to spoil in here, and then I didn't do anything with the ones that were in my inventory. I now remember doing that. Oh, man. Whew. Alright, heart rate needs to come down a little bit after that. So, these will be the iron ones. Yes, I'm aware I need to jumpstart it. We'll deal with that in a minute. I want to get it set up before we need to jumpstart it. The bioflux, we'll do this and just back up. That's fine. I think with Bioflux's long spoil time, we'll be okay. To just let that back up to here. And then maybe we measure this belt, and like once it backs up to here, we just stop making... Uh-oh. How did that happen? How did Spoilage get in the Yumako Mash spot? I am slightly concerned about that. How did that happen? Is that because this backed up? It might have been because Bioflux backed up in the first place. No, how did Spoilage get on this belt? Oh, because this needs to filter to... It's probably nutrients got spoiled in the biochamber, is what happened. So this needs to filter for Bioflux only. And then we need a... Get rid of Spoilage doodad. And we need that on here as well. And you need to blacklist Spoilage. So that's probably what happened, is Spoilage got into this chest. And then we need to do the same for this. Blacklist Spoilage on that. This one, we're already getting rid of Spoilage. This one also. Okay. Alright. Doing okay. We're learning. Learning is occurring. Alright. So finally, we need to kickstart this process. Oh, and we need to feed it nutrients. Ah, nutrients. I'm gonna assume that this will work and not spoil, because they'll run fast enough. If we just grab Bioflux and make nutrients from that. It's so crazy though, because then you need to feed nutrients to yourself. It's just wacky. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arms tube, man. Okay, so what if we just do something like this? Hopefully that cycles fast enough to keep things running. Okay, so I need a few nutrients to kickstart that. But then it just stops. But if those are running constantly, this should run fast enough to keep... we'll see. We'll see. Certainly the less logistics I put into it, the more it breaks completely when it breaks. So this is going to break pretty hard when it breaks. So then I need to feed it the initial bacteria, which we can just make, I don't know, manually. Go grab some jelly. Some jelly. From here. What's the spoil time on jelly, by the way? Just a few minutes. Okay. Wow, is that? Yeah, that is only 10%. Okay. So... all the jelly, please. Come on. There we go. There's one. There we go. Hey, she's alive! Okay. So there's iron bacteria. And now... This needs to keep flowing. I don't even know what I'm doing. For now, just put it in a chest. Alright. And why are we not seeing more bioflux? It's just slow. I'm worried about the nutrients right here spoiling before their time. Because nutrients spoil pretty fast. So I may just need a small nutrient loop for all this. I don't know. Okay, and then initial copper. Need some... Oh, and it all spoiled. There we go. Initial copper bacteria. Bada bing, bada boom. The times feel very punishing for an official DLC. Yeah, Dave, I'm interested to see how the timing feels, but an hour feels pretty short for the science packs. Especially because even if you get it there in half the time, well, now you've lost half of your science value. So it's like even a half-hour turnaround, which feels pretty quick still, says you've lost half of your actual science pack throughput. Yeah, it feels a bit short to me as well. I don't know about a lot of the other spoiled time. See, like, this already turned to iron, so that's problematic. So are these not eating... Oh, they're not getting bioflux fast enough. This is a rate problem, so let's speed this up. 6 a second. These each need 1 a second. Okay, so that's hopefully enough now. Let's feed these a bunch of extra for a minute. Yeah, I get that, Lodro, but like, it takes quite a lot of setup to get the turnaround to be small. Oh, what? How did those spoil on the very end? Didn't we fix the stuff getting spoiled on the end of this belt problem? Interesting. If this backs up, will we be okay? I think so. Not totally certain about that, though. How much does this eat? This eats 3 per second, but it's not running most of the time. What's our spoilage amount look like? 3,500? I don't know. I don't know if this is going to break or not. This needs to be fed differently because that's not splitting equally. Okay, so we still do need more of this, weirdly. Let's do prod here. Am I okay on power? Yeah. Let's work this out a little better. Oh, but then the nutrient loop is weird. Ugh, there's so many little weirdnesses here. Let's start with that, and then the nutrient loop. We'll just move these out of the way. Beacon's on this side. That's not a beacon. This is where I feel the stress, because like, oh, I have to build fast because stuff is breaking as I go. So I don't love that. It almost feels like you need to design everything away from your base as like a blueprint and then come back later to actually build it. It almost feels like you need the editor mode now in vanilla to do this kind of thing. I don't know if I love that. Feels like it punishes just slowly derping around and messing with stuff. Okay, so there's 2 of them, and we can get more. And then, as far as spoilage goes, we do want to filter these to bioflux only again. We'll deal with spoilage in a minute. Or maybe we just filter out spoilage right here or something. Yeah, maybe I do it that way, and then I don't have to worry about these being filtered. And are they fast enough? Might not be, actually. Might need 2 each. Now here's the question. Is that one putting it before or after the splitter? Okay, the answer's after the splitter, because otherwise it wouldn't work at all. Alright, so that one's okay, is what that means. And then we can put an active provider chest here. Yeah, it's fine that I don't mind the wasting so much, Dave, as it is the pain in the butt that it is to restart the systems when they break. Now, obviously, there's some amount of skill in building the systems such that they don't break, right? Like, that's part of the fun and part of the challenge. So I do kind of like that, but it's also a little tricky. Because right now, like, I am utilizing the fact that things are running continually. Because if they weren't, then eventually this bioflux is going to spoil, right? So we kind of, like, we need to make sure it does keep running at some amount of consistent rate. Otherwise, things will break. So there is kind of a difficult balance of, like, yeah, eventually this will break, but if it keeps running, are we going to be okay? Like, my iron got all... Yeah, my iron and copper are now all dead. Alright, so then... Oh, you're right, Matt. Biochambers don't use power. They use yummy. So I'm using more yummy for these. Right. Am I using too much yummy? I don't know. That's so weird. So efficiency modules are going to have a different impact on Gleba too than they normally do. Okay, I actually want this to go faster again now. Doesn't need to grab seeds eventually, right? Okay, so then we need to jumpstart this again. requires me just picking up a bunch of this stuff real quick. And then grab one of you. And then switch over to the initial iron bacteria. Grab one of you. Wait, did that not work? Oh, the nutrients. Nutrients spoil so fast. You really gotta keep an eye on that. Okay. So there's that loop running. This loop, I think, is running now too. And the question is, are these eating nutrients fast enough for this, for the nutrients to not spoil by the time they get to the end? And that's the thing I don't yet know the answer to. But now that it's running steady state, we might be okay. Now, does the bacteria... I know the bacteria spoils to ore, but does the bacteria have a fuel? No, it doesn't. Now, here's the problem. What if we want to get rid of the bacteria? What if we want to get rid of iron and copper ore? Recyclers! I forgot I have recyclers. Oh, man. Okay, so now we need some form of recycling if we have too much. The other question I'm asking myself right now is, do I want to make it so that they stay on a belt long enough to spoil? But I don't think so. I think I'll just make it so that we have filtered inserters to grab iron and copper out. Spoilage shouldn't be in here. That's not a thing. Shouldn't be a thing going forward. Oh, no. Stop. Don't do that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one? That one. Make it so that they're balanced. And then we can have iron go right. Okay, so there's some weird form of iron and copper automation. Seems to be working. Oh my gosh. Well, I think we need to call that the end of the recorded YouTube episode. We're gonna keep streaming though, so those that are here live don't go anywhere. But for those of you on YouTube, let me know what you guys think about Gleba. This has been really interesting. I'm really enjoying the process. Honestly, this is really cool. There have been a few things I don't love, but on the one hand, I don't get the hate. On the other hand, I do get the hate because I think this would be a really bad planet to come to first. So I'm loving it, but I also understand, and I do think I made a comment something like this in the last episode. I do think making it such that somehow the game implies to you that Gleba is a worser first choice, at least for newer players who don't know what they're getting into. Like, Fulgora and Vulcanus could be tier 1 planets, and Gleba's a tier 1.5, and Aquilow's the tier 2 planet. You know, like, I don't know but how they could do that, but this is way more complicated. I mean, imagine being a new player that's never done any mod packs, and you haven't done Vulcanus or Fulgora, and you come here. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine it. There are going to be so many frustrating things. Like, I was able to get all this smacked together pretty easily because of all my experience with mod packs and just all my experience with Factorio, but a lot of this stuff is a lot harder than I think I've made it look. Not even that I'm like that great at this game or anything, but I think this is actually pretty complicated stuff, and it's definitely stuff that I like, and it's kind of in the wheelhouse. See, this is another problem. Is if this backs up, this one is the one that actually, I don't know exactly. I don't know. Anyway, all that to say, I think finding a way to somehow show new players that Gleba is actually really tricky could be good for the game. But I think if players know what they're getting into, Gleba's not maybe that bad so far. I've enjoyed it, at least. Now, the real question is, can you recycle before the episode ends? I know I said we were going to be done, but I want you guys to find out with me. Can you... Oh, I don't have any recyclers. Never mind. Wait, I have 0 recyclers? Really? Oh. Okay, never mind. I was going to find out if we could recycle the bacteria or just the ore once we have it, but we're going to have to save that question for another day, because there are no recyclers on here. So we're going to send this guy over to Fulgora, actually, to go pick up some recyclers. I'm going to remove a couple things here. We're just going to request the buildings. Like that. Okay. Alright, well. Anyway, as always, for those of you from future YouTube recordings, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh my gosh, danger, you're right, I didn't even think about that. You can't even use the biochambers on other planets without also bringing bioflux, which means bioflux needs to be something you're constantly using. You're constantly shipping everywhere, which is constantly going to be spoiling everywhere. So yeah, that's just a giant pain in the butt. That's really annoying, because the biochambers allow you to make like rocket fuel and oil cracking more efficiently, but you can't really just use that wherever you want. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I almost feel that biochambers should run on electricity on the other planets or in space. Like, you unlock some sort of technology. So by default, like, as soon as you unlock biochambers, you can't use them on other planets or in space at all. You can only use them here by fueling them with nutrients. But then you unlock a technology that allows them to use electricity on other planets. That's really annoying. Because, yeah, like foundries, you just put them on your ship, you can drop them off wherever you want, you can use them wherever. It's just a straight up upgrade. Electromagnetic plants, same thing. But these guys, you're gonna have to bring... Wherever you want to use them, you need some sort of supply of bioflux or spoilage. Yeah, you can use spoilage anywhere to turn into nutrients, but yeah, that's definitely not attractive to me. The temperature here's dropped down, and that's because we're heating up these now. So really, that's probably going to be my main heat source now. So let's change that over here. Yeah, being able to farm something on Nauvis for nutrients. Can you not use biter eggs to make nutrients? I mean, I literally have no idea. That just feels like something that could work. You can make nutrients from biter eggs. So you can farm biter eggs on Nauvis to make nutrients on Nauvis. So that helps. The problem is like nutrients on Fulgora and on Vulcanus or Aquilo. Then you have to ship in the other stuff. Okay, people keep talking about fish like it's some renewable resource. Fish you can only get here and there if you throw an inserter next to a lake. Unless there's a fish reproduction recipe or something that they've added. Oh, they have. Okay, wait. But no, that's... One fish only gets you 20 nutrients. And you need 100 nutrients to get one fish. So that does not add up. Even with productivity. Because even with productivity, that means one fish makes 30 nutrients. I'm ignoring prod modules for now. One fish makes 30 nutrients, and 100 nutrients makes 1.5 fish. So really, you only need 67 nutrients per fish. That's still a huge gap. It's possible with legendary prod modules, you maybe close the gap, but even then, I'm not sure. Even at 100%, you would get 40 nutrients, and here you would need 50 nutrients per fish. So it still wouldn't work. And that's with legendary modules, right? What's the legendary prod 3? Oh, the recipe's not even prod modulable. Okay, then it definitely doesn't matter. But here, you could have up to 1.5 productivity. I think that would be enough. Like an extra 150% if you had legendary prod 3s. But yeah, it's very much... If it's not actually prod modulable, then it doesn't matter. I can't find out till we research it, but... So yeah, you have to use biter eggs, and you need bioflux to make biter eggs. With the 50% prod from biochambers, it's nutrient neutral? Lodro, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not true. With the fish recipe? No. Because look, I'm counting the 50%. So one raw fish makes 30 nutrients with the 50% prod. And then, now you may incorrectly be thinking that you'll get 4.5 raw fish out of this, but you won't. You'll only get 3.5. Because this is a catalyst recipe, and productivity only gives you extra it only gives you productivity on the net extra raw fish, not the total raw fish. So you're not going to get 4.5 out on average, you're going to get 3.5. Because it's only netting you one fish per cycle. So the 50% productivity then would change it to netting you 1.5 fish per cycle. So that's probably what maybe threw you off. Maybe. I don't know. But if you had 100% productivity, you'd be using 40 nutrients, or you'd get 40 nutrients per fish, and you would require 50 nutrients per fish. So you would need somewhere around 125%, maybe? Somewhere around 110, 120% productivity is when it becomes neutral. And so you need even more than that to actually net nutrients on fish. All that to say, biter eggs are going to be the way to go. And biter eggs require... where's the actual recipe? Am I missing something? Oh, you just have to... Oh, weird. It just is... It's almost like a smelter. So this consumes bioflux to produce biter eggs. 10-second crafting time. Okay. So So yeah, I mean, either way, you still have to send bioflux to get nutrients. All that to say. So yeah, at that point, why not just use the bioflux? This may be better though. If you get 5 biter eggs in 10 seconds, and 10 seconds is only 1 megajoule of food, and a bioflux is 6 megajoules. So this will run for 6 crafting. So 1 bioflux, by this math, should make 30 biter eggs. And 30 biter eggs is going to give you a crap ton of nutrients, like an absurd amount. So you get way more nutrients from doing the biter egg path, if that math worked out the way it looked like it did, for 1 bioflux running a captive nest for 60 seconds. I'm not totally sure if that's how it works or not. Uh-oh, why did this stop? No! We were doing so good. Wasn't paying attention. Oh, jeez. Ah, oh, jeez. Probably because this stopped? Why did this stop? Oh, no. Oh, no. Now we've gone and done it. Alright, let me grab some nutrients from you. You need some nutrients to make some of that. Alright, there we go. This is about where you just had to take a break. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. It was running fine. I'm not totally sure. Oh, I wonder if it was this. I didn't do the... whatchamacallit, trashing. Spoilage. That being said, I'm not exactly sure why this stopped. Maybe we can figure it out. Come on. Dad Jetty. There it is. Iron bacteria. Alright, go ham. Oh, you don't have any bioflux. Why not? Why did bioflux stop? Why are nutrients not coming over here? What's happening? Nutrients aren't coming over here because this doesn't have... Oh, I see the problem. We are so screwed. And now we're out of spoilage already? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Because we need enough bioflux to put enough on the belt to make it go left. Previously, I didn't have it going left because it would feed these things too much. I might just need to change how that works. I might need to disconnect that one. Output priority left on this. And then have... do this. You know, I'm gonna ignore these for now. We can move that later. That's not the current challenge. nutrients are flowing again. Yikes. I don't know why they stopped. Why did they stop? Is it because... I'm not really sure. Did we not have a supply of jelly for a minute? Or... I wonder what happened. Okay, so back to this. Okay. Oh, are we not getting enough jelly? Is that the problem? Seems like we are. Might need a little faster jelly processing though. Couldn't hurt. Just throw a beacon here. Okay, so anyway, we need this guy to make us some iron. There's one. So that should kickstart this loop again. Kerrigan, you use bots only. See, I actually think belts are more helpful in a lot of cases. Because bots can't... You know, belts are always going to have the least... Like, they're going to keep spoilage consistent, so to speak, along the belt, whereas bots can't do that. So it's an interesting... I'm sure there are benefits, there are pros and cons to both, for sure. Okay, the Derpamu does not have enough recyclers. I wonder why. What happened to... I wonder what happened to making uncommon recyclers on Fulgora. Not enough uncommon gears. Do I not have a setup? Oh, you know what? I don't think I have a setup that recycles the normal recyclers. That's why that's happening. You can active provide spoilage off the terminus of each belt. Oh, you mean just put an inserter on the end of each belt with a filter for spoilage? Yeah. No, I considered, I did consider that, but I don't want to have to rely on that. I mean, that's kind of just maybe a quality of life thing where it just means you don't have to do as much cleanup when you screw up. But I'd rather not have that being a problem. Okay, we'll come back to Gleba when it gets a chance. Because this broke again. Is that broke again? Ugh. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the nutrient loop. Should I just use the same nutrient loop? Ugh. I'll at least feed that one with the main nutrient loop, so I don't have to worry about that. Everything is iron ore and copper ore. Hey, now what's happening? Why don't I have enough Yumako mash? Why am I out of Yumako plants? What's going on here? Is this really not enough? That doesn't sound right. Maybe this is too fast? Yeah, recycler cannibalism is for sure what we're needing to do on Flora. This doesn't need to be fed anything right now. Okay, so the problem is bioflux. Bioflux backing up is fine for a while. But this is too short of a spoil time to support that. So this is where... getting rid of spoilage like that might be useful. Because the problem with this one is this is fine backing up for a lot longer than this is fine backing up. So weird. Yeah, faster consuming than producing is the idea, but the problem then is you don't have options of what, like if you want to make two different things. Alright, so now let's try for the millionth time firing this up again. Let me grab some of this stuff. Come on. Gimme. There's one. Restart this. Oh, and these are making spoilage. Right. How did I not remember that? These might make spoilage when the nutrients inside spoil. Right. That's been part of the problem too. Well, it's probably how they broke the initial time that we were worrying about. Literally nowhere fits here. Except maybe this. Checklist. Spoilage. Checklist. Spoilage. Do that, and then we just need the iron one kickstarted again with the jelly. See, and like this is annoying, like this kickstarting process and having to do it every single time. I can't just have some bacteria on ice somewhere. I don't know. It could be nice if there were like freezers that maybe you could only manually insert items into and take items out of, but it would slow spoilage by infinity, so you could at least just have some of this stuff. I don't know, maybe that would still be too powerful or something, but... Alright, now this is running consistently. Except we're not, because we have too much stuff. How is this still not... Oh, it's at Gleba. Okay, sorry. I was like, how is it still not here? It is here. Alright. So grab the recyclers. Come on. Oh, there it is. There she blows. Alright, and then we take that, and I mean, I don't know, wire this all up, have some form of priority left, priority left. Let's see, we'll wire this. If iron greater than 2,000, trash it. Now, how fast does iron trash? I really don't remember. Very quickly. Okay. That's gonna be the same, but for just stopped again. All right, I need to take a break and we'll start recording the next episode. I don't know why this keeps stopping, but we're gonna debug it. We need to get Aelor's name in game, of course, as is the way. Oh, we don't have stone brick. Don't have stone brick, huh? We need some... I don't have a furnace. I can't make a furnace. I need a freaking stone furnace? What is this? The Stone Age? Apparently... Just let that run off of rotten spoilage for a while. Oh, I haven't tried eating a bioflux. Ooh. Look at us go. Noom. Wow, that's speedy. That's pretty good. Okay. Now slowly getting there on the Alor. We said we were gonna take a break, so let's actually do that. I'll BRB. You guys go get a drink, walk around a little bit, stretch your legs, and we will reconvene shortly. All right. Get situated here. So, why does this keep breaking? It might have been because this was all backed up. So now that this is chilling out a little bit, we might be okay. I should probably do it differently than this. Let's at least go half goes into each side of that belt. Certainly is a mess one way or another. So, how's pollution, by the way? Problematic. Let's go take out some enemies. Oh no, it's a big one. He's a biggin. What's the I can't see your armor here. Physical is 2 and 50%, 80% laser armor. Alright, so my piercing rounds with 8 damage upgrades is actually pretty effective. That's nice. Now, do the enemies actually expand or not? Does anyone have any confirmation on that? Like, do Gleba enemies expand or not? Gosh, with mech armor and lasers, this just feels easy. Easy peasy. Also, does Gleba have its own evolution? It does, 0.06. So we are bringing up a separate evolution factor here. Good. I don't need you guys anymore. I could also mine stromatolites. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Alright, so that takes care of that. Go to the east a bit here. Man, no wonder they nerfed personal laser defense. It's just so good. And I only have 7 of them, and 4 of the 7 are just regular, and 3 are uncommon. We're still melting all the enemies. Now, I realize these are the weak version of Gleba enemies, but still. Imagine if each of these lasers was 3 times stronger. Okay, so that will keep us from polluting enemies for quite a while. It is interesting if Gleba enemies do expand, then that feels like a very different challenge than if they don't expand. So I'm kind of curious which way it is. I'm gonna remove this and move it over to here. Okay. So, let's kickstart this for the umpteenth time. Grab the iron out, grab the spoilage out. And then grab some of this stuff from this belt. Okay. What am I doing? Put it in. There we go. Alright, come on. Gimme. Gimme. Got it. Okay. Switch you over to this one. Gimme. Gimme. Wait. What just happened? Did that not work? Oh, that worked. Okay, so now that's flowing, seemingly just fine. I wonder if the problem is we're not consuming 2 per second. They spoil. I guess it's going off of the nutrients current spoilage. So as the nutrients get closer to spoiled, these get closer to spoiled, and maybe eventually they're just too spoiled. It seems like we're consuming the nutrients fast enough to keep up with that. The bioflux should also be getting used fast enough that, you know, by the time it gets there, it should be at like 80% still or something. I think we're okay as long as this just keeps running. The problem is when it slows down. But it shouldn't slow down now. It should be constant. Now I can help things out a little bit by saying you measure, hold all belts. This can only insert when nutrients is 0. And we'll do stack size 1. Let me just take everything out of here for a moment to kind of reset all that. So then that will keep things a little fresher. So now that that's 0, then that starts inserting bioflux. Yeah, and that'll keep the nutrients quite a bit fresher. Okay. I actually think that might be about all the help we need, because I think we're working okay here. I can't... Kind of hard to tell exactly how spoiled these things are. But if you look over at the little icon on the side, I don't know where it is up there, you can see they're at like 75% or so. And then it looks like at this point we are holding steady. You know what? I don't know why I'm not sorting these separately. It feels kind of dumb. So let's fix that. Let's fix that. Okay, so that means all the copper has to come out of these. Alright, so now that will sort these based on side of belt. Alright, so then neither one can block the other. And I think we're okay. Oof. Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Factorio Space Age playthrough. We're having a good time today on Gleba, despite what other people may have experienced on Gleba. We're enjoying it. Granted, it's our third planet, so we were a little bit more prepared for all of the chaos that's here. Messed with a couple things. One thing we did is we added a thing that grabs spoilage off the end of the belt, and that's kind of because when this backs up with bioflux, the bioflux lasts for 2 hours, but the stuff that's right here only lasts for a couple minutes. And so the bioflux can back up for a little bit longer, and all that to say that I could also just not have this priority left. I could just have the loop passing by these, and that would probably be fine too. But yeah, I'm actually not sure. Do I need more bioflux? Why is the bioflux not backing up? That's actually kind of weird. Anyway, and then we've got nutrients being made here. I added a condition so that this guy, which has a stack size of 1, I reduced that down, will only insert bioflux to make nutrients if this whole string is empty. I'm reading the whole belt contents. And that keeps the nutrients feeding the iron and copper bacteria fresher. So that's nice. So then that overall keeps these nutrients fresher for the time that these things need to run, and then that, by having fresher nutrients, will end up creating fresher bacteria because it goes off of the... Actually, wait, what? Oh no, the bacteria just is always getting created at 100%, despite the input bacteria being at 50%. So that's nice. There's an iron ore on that belt, but I think it's just because it never grabs the last one. Like the way the inserter logic grabs stuff. So we'll see if this continues to run. It's been running so far. The only way I could make this better is to have each one loop into its own self. I don't even know how I would do that belt-wise, but yeah, with the 1 minute timer, I think it's lasting long enough. And then this theoretically should never back up, so this should just run constantly forever. And these each use 1 bioflux a second, so we're using about 4 bioflux a second for all that. In terms of nutrients, these run on... A nutrient is 2 megajoules, so they're running on like 1.25-ish. That's about 5 nutrients a second, which in terms of bioflux is like, what, one bioflux a second, a little less. So I'm actually confused why bioflux isn't backing up. It's because these are not running anywhere close to full time because I do not have enough Umako mash. So once again, I will add another speed module into this to make it go faster. I do fear that we don't have enough Umako production for that. So... guess that means we need... Wow, look at all these eggs in my inventory. I went hunting for some pentapods. And kind of forgot. Let's get rid of all that. That was about to be another jump scare. And we'll just make sure we're prepared. How's that? How close are these, actually? 1 minute? Wow, that was very close. Very close to being a jump scare. Anyway, so what was I just doing? Oh yeah, I need to make more of the landfill-y stuff. So the landfill-y stuff is just nutrients, seeds, and landfill. Okay. Spot. Maybe right here. And all right, let's watch. Let us watch. Chaos for a second. Oh wow, those were bigger. I guess they're the big premature regular pentapods. They're not just, they ain't just regular old wrigglers. All right, let's burn them. Incinerate them. Oh, and then the recycler stuff. I forgot to show you guys that. So basically, we are recycling extra iron and copper so that keeps getting destroyed. So we brought in some recyclers from Fulgora and just on the Derpamu we just sent it to Fulgora to grab some and then back, and so that way essentially whenever we have more than 2,000 iron ore or 2,000 copper, it just gets destroyed. Now, what I probably could do is put quality in these and set it up so that we only, you know, we start energy being gone. Now, there's an interesting thing. Wait, what? What was that about? Oh. Wait. What just happened with all the lasers? That was weird. I don't know what that was. Because we put all the eggs in the burner, so... Eggs on the belt expired? They did! Wait, no they didn't. This should be running. Oh, I cut off the water! Oh. Got it. That water supply was doing multiple things. Okay, well. That should fix that. Whoopsies. Alright, those have a minute left. I'm gonna take out most of them and burn them. You should be okay. Because it produces new ones at full spoilage. Or full freshness, I should say. So we should be fine now. Alright, there we go. So the egg loop is safe. Did I just change the side of the belt it's going to be on? I think I did. Yep, I did. Alright. Careful handling eggs. There's a reason we have those laser turrets there. Anyway, back to Yumako Mash. Yeah, I was worried about that correctly. So we need to make more of this stuff. And request a bunch of those. And we only enable what's the easiest way to do it? I mean, at this point I just have enough seeds, so I don't think I need to worry about it. No, I do need to worry about it. This is only enabled if the seeds in the network are greater than 50. And this one, similar, jelly nut. This is only enabled if jelly nut seeds are greater than 50. And what does this stack to? 100, so that's probably fine for now. Now we're gonna get spoilage coming in here because these are always being fed with nutrients, which is gonna be a big waste of nutrients. So we need a way. So we're going up to 1,000, so we want this inserter to only run if Mako soil is less than 1,000. And similarly here, you only run if jelly nut soil is less than 1,000. Otherwise, we're just going to be wasting a lot of nutrients. Okay. I just made you realize something. You can improve iron ore quality on Gleba with recyclers. Yeah. Now, the thing I don't know is if you can... What happens if you put a quality module in here? People gotta know. I assume you can get some uncommon... iron bacteria. Right? I mean... Oh, the speed is canceling out the quality. Hold on. Okay. There's enough to actually get some quality. Does higher quality ore smelt into higher quality plates? Yes. Yes, it does. It indeed does. Alright. Shouldn't we have seen some by now? I think. Should be 1 out of 50. Maybe we haven't done 50 seconds yet. It is annoying. There are certain things that you can't get higher quality of, and it should really tell you if, like fluids, for example, you know, and it still allows you to put quality modules into the building even when the thing that the building's making can't do quality. And I feel like it should tell you when that happens. Like, is there no such thing as higher quality bacteria? It has a spoil time, though. Spoils more slowly at higher qualities, so this should be working. But at this point, this thing's made a lot of bacteria without making a single uncommon. So that feels wrong. That feels wrong. And yes, I know about the speed reducing quality, but... Oh, there it is. It did finally work. Okay. So there's uncommon iron bacteria, which isn't filtered properly. This is how this works, which is doubly annoying. So definitely don't want that to keep going that way, but it is an option, it seems. Yeah, I really think it's weird that you can't filter like iron bacteria of any quality. Oh, you can. Wait, no, can you? So where is it that you can't do this? Okay, you can do any quality in a... Is it in a... What was it that I was trying to do? Maybe logistics slots. Yeah. No. It was for like conditions on a filter kind of thing. Like this. This is where I wanted to be able to do that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, filtering of splitters works the way you want it to, but actually setting conditions and stuff doesn't. Okay, anyway, so there's that figured out. This seems to be running stable. This has been running for a while now. The amount of bioflux might be a bit questionable. I might need, honestly, more inserters here. So these require a lot of items per second, so... And then finally the Yumako. We're gonna look at grabbing some more soil and setting up another one of these bad boys. It goes to there. What if I just put the other one here? Let it collect all the crap. I guess I can help it out. And then we want soil, boom, 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 boom. Request some seeds. And gonna set the same conditions. Where it only runs if there's less than 300 on the belt. Okay. Cool. So there we have it. That should be more than enough trees. Because that's like doubling. So if anything, we're gonna run out of jelly nuts now. So let's grab some more of that soil. Also feeding a lot of spoilage into these. No, that's fine, I guess. Where's our anti-spoilage? Let's see. Alright, so we can get a little bit more. Jelly nuts. Over here. Space for a lot more. Okay, we have less than 100, but maybe we should go for less than like 200. Have I been attacked here yet? Not really. There weren't a ton of enemies, and I ran around about an hour ago and just took out little bases that were kind of in the vicinity, so we're pretty safe for a while. What I don't know is if Glabens expand. I don't know. I would actually like an answer on that, rather than just wondering for the rest of my life what happens. So if anyone knows if for sure one way or the other, no assumptions here. Only say if you know for certain. But because I don't. Anyway, so that's good. I think things are pretty happy for now. They do expand, Danger says. Oh yeah, my own inventory attacked me, yes. But apart from that, what's going on with landfill here? I'm so confused. I have like 1 billion landfill. Oh, I don't have enough seeds. I see. I see the problem. The way you just said Jelly Nut was the most Jack Black voice. Well, I love Jack Black, so I'll take it. Jelly Nut. What is going on in here? Wow, spoilage. That must have been from before, I think. Pretty sure. Not totally sure though. But now we have a blacklist on spoilage, so this shouldn't be able to get any spoilage in it. Unless the one outputting can't go fast enough. Which I guess is possible. In which case, it needs to output faster. In fact, that does seem to be what's happening. Building is too fast for its own good. Okay, which means, thusly, I must have 2 inserters. But that's on the wrong side of the belt. Does the side of the belt matter? No, it's being side-loaded on both. But it kind of matters because otherwise, if one side's getting preferred used over the other one turns into spoilage. So I'll do it like that. Yeah, I don't know if I like that Gleba enemies... I don't know. I think Gleba's already hard enough. Is it really necessary that it's also the only planet where enemies expand into your territory and attack you? So you have to do it like Nauvis, where you build an actual perimeter? Like, that's kind of annoying. And there's not even a button that just tells you what's producing, like what's actually gonna get attacked. I don't know. At this point, I feel like I'm just gonna end up with a basic wall blueprint, just like I did on Nauvis. Like, that feels really boring, but I don't know of a much simpler way to do it. Okay, so we're getting too many jelly nuts here. Why is this guy still running? Oh, I didn't copy the condition. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. You can look in pollution production. That's a good point. So according to this, the only thing that produces the spores is the towers and the trees. None of my processing. So basically I just need laser circles around my tree stuff and I would be okay. Technically, if I had enough lasers. I know the enemies have laser resistance, but I also have a lot of laser damage, so I'd be okay for a while with just that. Now, I really need this to be backing up, and it's not. What's going on here? Is it these long inserters are too slow? Like, what's the problem? Not enough Yumako. We can't speed that up again, I guess. At some point, we're gonna reach the limit of this chest and this inserter, which is why we need stacking. So then we need this inserter to like chill out a little bit. Or, hear me out, why do I even need a chest? I can just do the seeds in a different one. Playlist. Okay. That's a bit more Yumako per second. Yumako mash. Let's see, we were steady at 879 a minute. What are we now? Wait, no, I was steady at 1.1 thousand a minute? I guess yeah, this is the new rate. Okay. So that's a good boost. Can confirm they definitely go after the tree farms. Good to know, good to know. I think I'm safe for a while. I mean, they could expand here in a bit, but I'm not super worried about it. Okay, there we go. Bioflux is backed up. Good, good, good. But I think we're still using the Bioflux fast enough that I don't need to worry about the spoilage of Bioflux. Okay, so all of that being done, I did test, I don't remember, did I do this on screen? We did test if quality works on these, and it does. Okay, so now it's time to make some foundries to finally get iron and copper plates and steel and stuff. So we can make all the regular pollution we want, which is kind of funny. Landfill all this. Overgrowth Yumako soil is needed to fill that. Okay, but you can still... Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Okay. Weird. You have to, like... I don't know exactly what's going on. As long as I can build on it, I don't care. So then, foundries... for iron... and for copper. I don't think I'm gonna need a lot. And we will just request. And we'll fully prod this, because I want to make, mainly because of the calcite, I want to make that go as far as possible. Let's see, so if we do copper there, iron here. Do the calcite here. Calcite 50 should be fine. Yeah, I mean, let's see with a few beacons what things look like here. Okay, that's perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And rate-wise, we've got 0.52, about 2 calcite a second total. All right. Inserters. Okay, so now we route copper down here. Iron over. Alright, there we go. Got the moltens, and now we just need to make all the various things from the moltens. So copper plate and copper cable. And I'm just gonna use logistics bots for all the basics here. You might try Gleba first to see how hard it is. That sounds like certainly an option you could do. It's Gleba's a vibe. I think what's tricky about it is everything has to work perfectly. It does not accept mistakes. One mistake sets the whole thing equal to spoilage, and then you have to go around fixing it. And I think that's what makes it a lot harder, is the debugging, despoiling requires a lot of extra work compared to how most of Factorio tends to feel, which is more chill. And then on top of that, you actually have enemies that might attack you, which is also not chill. So there's a few tricky pieces to it. So we'll do an iron, all the basic iron things. And I probably should do one for concrete. I will need one for LDS eventually. Obviously that won't be for a while, because I still need plastic for that, which we make from bioflux and something else. We also need water here, so let's see if we can just plop a offshore pump somewhere. Oh, that's convenient. There's water. Okay. Craft a few more chests here, and then we're gonna need to start setting up our basic bot mall stuff for everything. Oh no, we're out of substations. Okay. Good thing we're getting all this set up. We're out of everything. All right. Get that going. Are we out of power? Oh, yeah, we're out of power. Wow. I kind of forgot about how much power these bad boys use. Let's opt for some efficiency here. This is where I kind of wish I had uncommon beacons, because they use less power and have an even stronger effectiveness. So let's see, these are now using about 5 megawatts apiece when they have the productivity modules. Okay, that should be okay. We can handle that. I am going to need copper plates though, but the good news is we have copper plates being produced now. So we should be able to get a lot more power. Oh, right. With heat, I need heat pipes. We're gonna have to bring this on. Doing Gleba first, Gleba, has one huge advantage over doing any other planet. Well, what is it? Don't leave us hanging. I mean, I'm trying to think of what it could be. You get epic quality on. I mean, obviously the advantage is that you get all the things unlocked that come from Gleba. Like, that's the obvious answer. Okay, that's what you're saying. Yes. So all the things you get from Gleba, you already have. Yes, biolabs are great, but like so are electromagnetic plants, and so are foundries. So it's hard to, even though yes, technically, making all your researches cheaper is nice. Is it really that hard to make the amount of packs that Vanilla is asking for in the first place? Not really. So it's kind of hard to argue for Gleba first, to be honest. That doesn't make it wrong. It's just, it certainly isn't like, oh, there's no question about it. Like, I think Vulcanus first is probably still the kind of obvious choice, to be honest. Now, the temperature on these is going down, but that's probably because I just built all this new heat stuff. We need to watch it for a minute to see if it stays stable. Let's see. $590. 600. I think we're staying stable. Because one of these can run 4 heat exchangers. So as long as one of these is running constantly, we technically don't need 2. We do need more power than this, however. I gotta keep handcrafting these, apparently. I guess if I set up a few more efficiency modules, I'll make myself a little happier as well. Okay. We're almost there, but yeah, I fear we're actually gonna need some more processing of stuff here. Oh, and why are we not getting an, what the, uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I deleted my planting of that one for some reason. Okay, I freaked out. I thought we were like out of seeds or something. We're okay. We're okay, we just deleted the requester chest. Okay, so get all that planted. Now, jelly nut could be a good fuel. So what I might do is have some sort of enabling based on a radar signal. And then we'll bring, because jelly nut is what? Yeah, 10 megajoules a piece. So like jelly nut's a serious fuel. But the problem is we'll run out of seeds if we use too many jelly nuts. So instead we should use the jelly, right? No, that does reduce the fuel value. Interesting. Though you get 50% productivity, so you go from 10 megajoule to 6 megajoules. It's not terrible. Because I don't want to run out of seeds is the problem. But it's... okay. Don't worry. I have a thought here. We're having thoughts. Whether or not they're good ones, I don't know. But basically we'll come over here. And... of course we need nutrients for this, which is doubly annoying. Really wish you could make nutrients from jelly. Can't. I wonder, is there a way to make an on-demand... Brain is brainolating. What if... we have a passive provider chest. And then we have a roboport that reads... oh, I'm out of power. Glorious. Uh-oh. We're like really out of power. What happened? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're screwed. Everything is dead. Oh, jeez. Got to fix this right away. Need one more heat pipe. Yeah, there are a couple options. We could say if we have enough seeds, like go ahead and burn the jelly nut itself. We could say, let's just make both of these run for a minute. I should actually get things running again. Okay. But we could also say if, let's see. Yeah, so the plan is to process jelly nuts over here. And we'll get, we're losing a tiny bit of fuel value to get the seeds back. So to be perfectly efficient, you would have some condition where you just wouldn't process it. But this is fine. Anyway, what I'm doing over here is reading the requests. So this reads the unsatisfied requests. So this is going to insert bioflux if it'll whitelist bioflux and it has a condition. And basically says if the bioflux, it's reading the oh no, here's a question. If it's reading a request, does it give a negative or a positive? That's what I don't know the answer to. The answer is... a positive. So it reads the requests as a positive signal. So if bioflux is greater than 0, we put some bioflux into the provider. And this way, we won't ever put bioflux in that we're not actually requesting. Boom. Guess there's a couple extras. How would we would have to read the hand contents and add that. So it doesn't add too many. Then it'll add it into its own request. We would need to subtract its own hand contents, but then that'll be 1 tick delayed. It's not worth the complication. So we do that, and now we can access some amount of bioflux anywhere. And of course, now I need some eggies. Make a few biochambers. I'm also not making circuits anywhere, so we're gonna run out of those eventually, but for now I'm fine. So the thought here is that we're going to request some bioflux to make the nutrients to run biochambers that process the jelly nuts into jelly, but only when we need nutrients. Which is going to be... I don't really know how any of this works anymore. I'd also like to make more heating towers. Ugh, so much going on. Alright, I'm not making concrete. That could be problematic, by the way. I need to make stone brick. We're also not making plastic. We're not making circuits of any kind. I can at least make a couple of these to automate some stone brick now. Why don't I grab water from the end, so that's not bothering me anymore. Okay. Literally out of pipes. Alright, so water's there. Power's not disconnected by doing that. Let's make sure that all stays connected. Alright. Okay, so that's done. Now we need to figure this out, which is some sort of... we do have more biolabs. Some sort of nutrient from bioflux. Make those. It's fine if we end up with spoilage in these. And then we have a requester here. That's only enabled if... maybe we read the contents of these guys. And of this one. And of this. So all of those contents put together is going to be... No, this is not going to have any nutrients in it. So here we enable... What's up, Dave? Were you gone? You do exist, I can confirm. So we enable this based on nutrients. So if nutrients when all of that is less than 100, we enable it to request 4 bioflux. That's it. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. Kind of forgot about feeding this one with nutrients. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. How are we going to keep this guy fed with his own nutrients? Well... I mean, surely there's 100 ways to skin this cat, but what am I actually gonna do? A chest? Put things in a chest? No. Not having double wide chest is also kind of annoying. Having a double wide chest that you could insert into and take from would be very nice. But we cannot do that. So that's a thing. No, nobody's skinning cats. We're skinning pentapods here. Good news is I think we have enough heat production for now. Alright, so many things to do. Let's set up now a little bit of smelting of stone brick, just to say we did it. I mean, we're gonna need concrete for various buildings, so that's fine. Let that fill up. This stone patch is lasting a long time. Let's look at our... Oh, it doesn't show me the... So we've produced 330,000. But how much have we actually consumed from the ground? Well, whatever... 1.5... Yeah, so we've only used like 100k, but we've made that much. Anyway... Yeah, how do we solve this problem? Because these nutrients are about to spoil, and I can't do nothing about it. So, the spoilage... could be turned back into nutrients to then kickstart this building. Oh my. We're really potentially getting into the weeds here. Let's start with a spoilage extractor. And then we put that into a chest. And then if you use a car, I thought about a wagon, train wagon, but I find that janky, and I really, really don't like doing that. Like, it actively is frustrating to me. I really hate that method. You know what I think we can do is just get rid of spoilage. What's going on here? Behemoth fighters are a little too aggressive. So instead, what we'll do is we'll set this up to only extract if spoilage is greater than, I don't know, 1,000. And we'll get rid of it. Oh, these need to go into that chest as well, is the problem. So these are going to end up with spoilage. Okay, so all the spoilage ends up there. We get rid of extra. And then this guy and this guy run, and this makes nutrients from spoilage. So then we can just say you only run if... No, we're gonna need you to on a red wire. So green wire is all the buildings. Here we just want red wire. If the nutrients inside the building less than 100, less than 10, and fire it up. Equal to 0. So that means once everything's spoiled, we need to kickstart it again. So we eat some spoilage, feed from here. Even funnier is that this thing itself can end up with spoilage, because it can make nutrients that then sit there and spoil. So yeah, that's a just crazy mess. Crazy things. I mean, and people wonder why Gleba gets the hate. This is why, my friends. This is why. Okay. Now, why are we sending so many jelly nuts over here? Also, the seeds. I'm completely forgetting about filtering off the seeds here. Jelly nut seeds. Okay. So we just burned a lot of jelly nut seeds is what happened. And then finally, we want to only... Like right now we're just splitting 50-50. I need to be like priority to the left. This is just for extra power. I guess if we're burning it all, it's okay. Really no. You know what? Maybe it's fine. Maybe we'll set this to 250. And remember, that's measuring the jelly nut on all the belts for this one. Unspoiled start. Yes. Well, it was an unspoiled start. I still have no idea what to expect for, Aquilo and still some of the Gleba stuff. We haven't even started making science packs. Is that what's next? Like, what even is next? Okay, we can make efficiency 3s. That just needs spoilage. We can make carbon fiber. Tree seedlings. So we can do tree seeds on Novice. Do the captivity research. Yeah, so these are just all the Gleba results. Oh, if we bring calcite, we can... Oh my. Oh, it gets complicated. Okay, cool. More complication on space, as if we needed that. Plastic bar productivity, rocket fuel productivity. The character health. And I guess that's it. And then a few other things we haven't unlocked yet. You were holding off on saying that one? Which one? The plastic bar productivity? Or what? Okay, so it's just bioflux and pentapod eggs to make the science packs, by the way. Oh, the asteroid thing. I would argue the Vulcanus one is better than this. Oh, there's also just asteroid productivity, which is interesting. But I haven't had any problems with not having enough asteroids. And that's only... This one requires Vulcanus anyway. And I guess you can get a tiny bit of calcite. Now, the real question is, can you get anywhere near enough calcite from space around Nauvis to supply Nauvis with calcite without having to come from Vulcanus? That's the real question about this one that I have. But yeah, calcite from space is nice for sure. I'm just curious if it's enough. Anywho, this seems to be working despite all odds. Why is this not spoiling? Oh, it is. It feels like this should have spoiled multiple times over by now. Oh, I was in the tech tree. It's paused. Right. Well, this is kind of crazy, but we're glabing it. Oh lordy, glabing. Oh no, this stopped. How did this stop? It was going so well. Why did you break again? The worst part is I don't even know what could have broken it because things were working properly for so long. I'm not even sure what would have... Was it my power outage? Ah, I bet it was when power was struggling. I bet that's what it was. Okay. That makes me less concerned. Because I think it was the power struggles that caused that. Okay, so we'll grab this. Restart our copper bacteria here. I really wish there was a freezer where you could just keep some of these things to restart the processes. Okay. Oh, you did math it, but Gleba orbit was 130. Well, Gleba orbit's gonna have asteroids though. Nauvis orbit has no asteroids. It only has the chunks that float around. So I'm curious if you process everything into calcite, you reprocess all the other asteroid types into calcite, what you end up with. Now, you have to make... I feel like this is a dumb question, but I'm just double checking. You have to make this on Gleba, right? Yes, okay. I was like, could we just move the bioflux over to Nauvis and make it there? I guess the eggs have a short spoil time, though. Yeah, these only last 20 minutes. Okay, so I think it's time to start making science. No, it's time to make rockets. That's what's next. Rockets, because without rockets you can't send the science up to space. So that means we need plastic production. First, we double check our temperatures here. Temperatures are okay. I'm gonna run the alarm if we go under 940 this time, because we wanna make sure we hear that. Okay, so that's running plastic from Gleba. How do we do that? We need bioflux and Yumako mash. Of course, made in biochambers. I'm so tired of... Biochambers is like a step backwards in the game where you're like, okay, finally I have electricity. It's like going back to not having electricity. Because now you need nutrients everywhere. And you can't just request nutrients because then they're gonna spoil. Oh, goodness. It really is crazy. Really feels crazy. Alright, this is probably not enough space for this. But it's nice because I can get nutrients without having to do a lot of extra work, so I'm gonna start with it right here. Let's try... and why can we make... I mean, is it just for completeness sake? Why do we need biosulfur? Because the low density structure, we're going to be good to go with plastic. Oh, for the blue chips. Right. Blue chips need sulfuric. Duh. And I guess rocket fuel needs oil. And the oil... No. There's a different rocket fuel recipe. Jelly. Jelly fuel. Now, has anyone done the math? Could it be better to make the sulfuric acid? You can't make... Never mind. I'm thinking petroleum. You can't make solid fuel from... Yeah, we can't make light fuel from anything on Gleba. So Gleba doesn't have oil products then, right? That you can't do anything to kickstart any oil? I mean, you could make carbon... And then carbon, you can... you can make coal with sulfur and carbon, and then you could use that coal to do coal liquefaction. So I guess you can. You can do oil. It's probably horrible efficiency to turn carbon into coal just to do coal liquefaction. I'm sure it's better to do rocket fuel this way. But it is an option. I'm just saying. Okay, anyway, let's work on bioplastic. So we need Yumako Mash. That's coming along the mountain here. Output priority left. And then we do a Yumako Mash filter. Or actually, why don't I just run it along and then do this, and input priority left. I can grab the Yumako Mash from there. It just happens to be passing by. And then the Bioflux, we can run over here. And I am going to do the strategy of... Also trying to figure out where to fit a beacon here. So that makes a significant speed difference. Uh-oh. Attract a group of pentapods? Where? How? Why? Where are they? That achievement was an early warning. They expanded! Freaks. Get out of here. You don't like your kind. What? Where is... How did they expand here? What on earth? Wow. They can expand really far. Oh, is it? Maybe it's this. Maybe this is the base. Is there a raft here? There we go. Okay, did that fix it? Only a little bit. There still is a base. Must be a base sort of nearby. But yeah, they can expand really far. Huh. Oh, you know, let me munch on a bioflux here so we can zoom around faster. Oop, here's a big boy. It's okay. Our AP rounds actually do decent damage against it. Okay, well, did that actually help? Or not so much? It did. It did. There's still some danger in the northwest. Which means I can't just leave Gleba by itself. I'm going to need a lot of laser turrets. Anyway, plastic's being produced. Yay. And spoilage can get on this belt, weirdly enough. We'll do that weird spoilage filter to an active provider. Okay. So there's plastic. This is so weird. All of this is so weird. I really like Gleba. I mean, it's definitely making me think different. We probably need to be done with the YouTube episode. We're an hour and 7 minutes in. Oh my. This is still running. That's good. We're still making iron and copper. That's a positive. I think we're backed up on most of the metallic type ingredients. And we just need to request stone. Stone brick for this guy. And then what else can we make in foundries? Just the LDS? Yes. And pipes, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna automate belts here. That doesn't feel worth it. I do want to automate circuits, though. So... EMP basic mall. Let's get some of that going. Green circuit, green circuit, green circuit, green circuit, red circuit, red circuit. But maybe I move this down. We have room for beacons. This is gonna mess with my power generation too. I wish there was a way to get uranium here to do nuclear. Power generation's kind of messy. I wonder if I should set up some sort of power generation farm. Also, does Yumako give more power than Jelly? Jelly Nut? Yumako Mash is only 1 megajoule, so no. And Bioflux is also not better than Jelly, fuel-wise. So Jelly seems to be the best fuel. Now, what if we made rocket fuel? Would that be better? It's 100 megajoules. 30 Jelly is only 30 megajoules. So this might be the way to do it. Ooh, we make rocket fuel from Jelly. But then the problem is you don't just want to burn. I guess we could put a condition where we only burn rocket fuel if we need it. Because right now my heat exchangers are just eating all, or the heating towers are eating all of my stuff. He did the mash. He did the Yumako mash. He did the mash. Yeah. Now please tell me I have EMPs. Looks like I don't. Please tell me you have EMPs. Ah, thank God. Alright. Bring me the goods. Bring me some more bots. Bring me some roboports. Bring me some belts. More substations. What about laser turrets? Did we bring laser turrets this time again? No, that must have been a one-time thing. Bummer. Drop some more calcite just in case. And... oh, you know what I need to do? We don't have a third... we need a new ship. Need a new ship. Ribbit. Glebian Nightmare. What we're gonna call that. Okay, so that's automatically doing it. Cool. And we're basically gonna copy the Derpamoo, because the Derpamoo seems to be working fine. Probably overkill. It took the Derpamoo like hours to build last time, so I probably shouldn't do it this way, but I am gonna do it this way. Sue me! So we'll just build the Glebian Nightmare here. It will do requests for construction. And we shall request these things. Which I don't have the uncommon thrusters or crushers. But everything else should eventually figure itself out. Unless, do we not have uncommon solar panels figured out? Yeah, we'll just make some more solar. And then, what's the best way to get more thrusters? Let's change you to be 20. Change you to be 300. Make another 100 crushers. Why not? You'll figure it out. I can't be bothered to do it the right way. So that process is going on Nauvis now. So as we finish out, I say finish out, we still have a lot to do on Gleba. But as we do the rest of what we need to do on Gleba, that will be the spacecraft that's going to carry packs back and forth will be getting figured out. And now the goal. So I probably make LDS next. Because, well, we can. I want to make use of these. Whatchamacallit? I probably only need 2 of these, to be honest. Let's go fast. Like, even without any sort of speed boost, they're already at over 1 a second. Which... How many science packs fit in 1 rocket? I really need to think about the rates here, which is interesting, because I don't normally have to do that. Science. Rocket capacity is 1,000. Okay. So, we don't need a ton of rockets to move the science packs into the rocket. So, if I want, for example, 200 packs a minute, I only need 1/5 of a rocket per minute, which is nothing. Okay, so one a second is more than enough, is basically what I'm getting at here. So I could even do probably like a speed and an efficiency here. And do those cancel out? Almost. It's plus 30% energy consumption for plus 50% speed, which is obviously a net, huge net positive. We'll do this, this. We'll go for low density structure, less than 2,000. Really need to automate these. Until we do, I also need to be done with this YouTube episode because we are 1 hour and 16 minutes in. There's just so much to do. Always so much to do. Over. Go. Okay. 150. Boom. And I do need more Logibots here. That's why I dropped a bunch from the space platform. So we can get all that done. Oh my, okay, that's a little much. I don't need all of it right now, please. Thank you. Where did all these pentapod eggs come from? I don't know. I should probably throw them in a heating tower. Oh, from hunting. Yeah, every time I go kill pentapods, I need to remember I now have a bunch of random eggs in my inventory. Okay, so LDS is done, so that's one of the 3 rocket components. And the EMPs are still... Oh, right, it's not the uncommon EMPs. There we go. There we go. And I think in the interest of not having absurd power requirements, I really need these efficiencies. Yeah. So let me set these to be green circuit less than, let's go for 3,000. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Cool. Alright, so green circuits on Gleba are done. All the foundry stuff on Gleba is done. Take a screenshot of that for the episode. Yeah, for those of you watching from future YouTube, as always, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the Glabian nightmare that we are currently in. I'm still really enjoying it, but boy is it crazy. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. What's up, Iron Ghost? Alright, let's get you immortalized here. Let's see, where's a good spot? I feel like for now... Actually, might be right about here is good. So... the ground tends to be pretty covered in grass here on the glabes. So, oh, did I just screw that up? I did. There we go. Alright, so... let's try here. Iron. Yeah, see, it like gets covered up by this. G post. O. Look at these cliffs. Yes. We may have to move that at some point, depending on if it... Ghost. I think we did it right. Hard to tell if the G is right. I think it is. I think we decided it looks better with the corners missing. Yeah. Well, we need some light, though. Make sure we can properly see the name lit up. There we go. A little bit covered in plants, but I can't do anything about that. Blame the devs for that one. Okay, so let's light up the rest of this town. Make sure my whole Gleba experience is covered in light. Cool. Alright, we have green circuits. So red circuits should be pretty easy. Just take these and do the same thing I did before. Red circuit. But I want to limit you based on red circuit less than 1500. And you need to be an uncommon. And it also seems like I just need some of the basic mall stuff of... Where do I want to put the basic mall? Maybe up here, out of the way of the power. All this crap. And we need another RoboPort. Right there. Okay. So this is where we'll put just basic boring mall stuff, like steel chests and all the types of robo chest. Minus green because I never use green. And then we're going to need red circuits for that to actually function. We'll get there. These are done. There we go. And this is where I probably want prod modules. Oof, 8.9 megawatts though. Yikes. Maybe that's too much. Maybe we'll go for just a little bit of extra productivity. Alright, so there's a few red circuits a second, and a lack of power to boot. Yeah, we're already gonna have to move Iron Ghost. You know, maybe right here will be fine? I'm not gonna build a ton of stuff right here, so that should be okay. Can't wait to make a steam ship. Oh my. 'Cause yeah, I need some more heat pipes now. Yeah, the heat's gonna go low for a minute, that's fine. I need a mall entry for pipes. Where are the pipes? Let's get that done. Is the heat going up or down? Once it's stabilized, at least. Looks to be going up. Do we need more jelly nut? Might need more jelly nut. Yeah. Okay, are you coming back up or not? I really should be making rocket fuel. What did rocket fuel need again? Bioflux and jelly, which are also right here. Alright. So this would be a weird spot to make. Oh my goodness. Things that Factorio makes me do. And yes, I will blame Factorio rather than my bad designs. Yeah, I also want this jelly, I guess, to take a detour. Be grabbed. Oh, I missed sideways inserters so bad. You You know, for now, I'll just put it in a chest. And then... maybe I'll have a couple heating towers. Here's an idea. That... we request some rocket fuel. And they only activate if they're cold enough. T less than 800. Okay. So that's a way to add some heat into the network if we start to cool off a little bit using the rocket fuel that we're making. Just an idea. Alright, I think that is pretty much what we're going to do for now. Didn't I make these two? I swear I made 2 more heat turbines. Swears. I guess not. Now, how does our Glabian Nightmare look? It's actually making some progress, believe it or not. The issue is, yep, with space platform foundations. You do wish the tank would auto-target? Yeah, it would be cool if you could put something in the tank that would make it shoot like a turret. That would probably make it too strong, though, for killing worms, because then you could line up like 5 tanks with uranium cannon shells. And that would just be really easy to kill worms that way, so that could be too good, but... are these about done complaining? So it's just gonna take a minute. Yeah, so what I wanted to do is grab some of the jelly nut soil and make sure we're fully jelly nutted here. And it looks like I could get a little bit more to the west here. Hard to see what I can and can't. Jelly nut. Alright, so then... move that there. Put one here. Just extend this. Put that there. Put that there. Put some power over them. Copy the cable connection. Copy the settings. Okay. Cool. So we'll grow some more. Anyone know how to take a list of signals and invert the order of them? That sounds cool. Now, I don't know how this works with all the rounding in the game, but one... oh, we're gonna get a bunch of wood. This is gonna break everything while this collects wood. One thing I do know works mathematically would be to just do 1 divided by every signal. And now the new list is going to be sorted in the opposite order. Because you're dividing by the bigger numbers, so they won't come first, they'll come last. Now, as to whether that actually produces a list that you want, I have no idea. And it's gonna work really weird because a lot of them are gonna be fractions that are gonna get rounded. So I don't actually know how that works, but at least fraction math-wise, that will work properly with only one operation. So do with that what you will. Oh, and Fulgor is out of logistic storage because we have 38,000 stone. Oh my goodness, gravy gracious. So my deleting loop is what? This one? Yeah, this is where stuff goes to die. So let's delete stone here. Alright. That should fix things for a minute. And we'll add some more storage while we wait on that. The good news is Gleba is still running, okay? So I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty happy about that. Now this should turn off soon, right? No, I set it to 940, of course. Taking a while to... in our sweet, sweet time to heat up here. What else? How's stone? We're down to 108k. That's mostly just been for landfill, so that's not a huge deal. Okay, so this should get us a lot of jelly nut now. And the reason that obviously I want more is for more rocket fuel. Because rocket fuel is mostly jelly. And crazy enough, we might only need like 2 of these biochambers making rocket. It's just the amount of jelly that we need is huge. Iron and copper stuff is still running, so that's beautiful. Mako Mash is still running. Seemingly working properly. So it seems like we've got a good handle on what's going on here, but I don't really know. I feel like it could all break at any time for reasons I don't understand. And we are eating a lot of plastic, actually. Is that the LDS and the red chips, I assume? Yeah, we still need 500 more red chips for those to finish, and another 500 LDS. Okay. So that's part of it. Once those are backed up, we won't need quite as much plastic, which will consume less fuel. Like, weirdly, like, I'm just using stuff that's gonna go get burned anyway for this. So, such weird concepts going on here. My biter egg loop, sorry, pentapod egg loop is still running properly. We're just gonna need to ramp up the pentapod eggs pretty seriously once we want to make science, but for that we need some more rocket fuel still and some more, well, not some more, we need blue chips, so we need to do the sulfur thing. So that'll be in the next stream. I think we're gonna call it a stream for today. Can we get the temperature back up to nominal? Almost there, 920. Just need 940. You know what, this is gonna turn to spoilage in my inventory anyway, so have spoilage in my inventory. Oh, you can't burn. Oh, no, you can't burn bioflux. I thought you could, actually. Glad I found that out now, rather than later. Well, I'm liking Gleba. Pretty cool stuff. Go ahead and save the game here. See if we can raid anybody. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll be streaming again on Thursday. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the energy to raid somebody. Troopin is playing, so go view Troopin or Bold Viking. Those are my two recommendations for you guys, to go see some more wonderful Factorio content. Both great streamers, and they're both streaming right now. So go hang out with Troopin or Bold Viking. See you later, Matt. See you later, Scorpitron, Lodro. Yeah, thanks, Lodro. Appreciate it. Things will be okay.